Life Connection Aid was birthed out of a vision of when I was just a young man travelling around Africa. I remember driving through to Malawi, and as I came through Malawi, I was driving through refugees from Mozambique like I was driving through just cattle. And I thought, you know, why do these people have so little and I have so much in comparison? And I just wrestled that night, thinking, God, why? And at the end of it, God did say, Paul, everything you have is a gift from me. I have blessed you to be a blessing to others. And it's your responsibility to live a life which will be my hands and my feet and my mouth to the nations across the world.
The vision of Life Connection Aid, which is the project arm of Life Connection, is to alleviate poverty, to assist in education and to help with medical care that rural Africa and subsistence Africa just knows nothing about.
But when we did go to South Sudan, we realised that in South Sudan there was a greater need than just partnering with subsistent rural leaders. These people have been affected by war for so many years that they've forgotten some of the very basic skills.
And we've built an agricultural training college there as a result of our fundraiser in 2013.
So we have partnered with Foundations for Farming in Zimbabwe. We've had them up to Sudan several times, 3 times, to train the leaders.
It's been exciting to see the change from virgin land covered in thorn bushes and wild goats to be tilled and to actually have crops grown and harvested, and that's been really exciting.
This part of land, we've planted sorghum, maize, okra, and also you can see it's quite difficult for us to find a mulch, but we've looked around and see what we have and put them here as our mulch.
Recently we sent a missionary there for an indefinite period of time who is a trainer in the Foundations for Farming.
When we had Life Connection started in South Sudan, and there was a place where we can be a tool in farming and you know, encouraging the people spiritually. We said yes, we can partner with this, so we're excited with Life Connection.
The problem we had was within 3 months we had to get a UN helicopter into our agricultural training school that we've actually built there and have him airlifted out to Juba and then flown back home.
We were being protected by the UN soldiers because the whole city was under the rebels, even the airport.
We are not going to give up on South Sudan. We're going to be back in there as soon as there is peace.
As soon as the plan with Life Connection comes, we are ready to go. We are pegged. Everyone's passport is ready, and we are pegged to go.
So while Sudan's in war, Life Connection Aid is going to focus in on Zambia. In Zambia, the unemployment rate is approximately 70%. So obviously there's a lot of desperation, there's a lot of hunger and hopelessness. So when our regional leaders took us to places of need in that country, we found out that the need was so much greater. And we came into an area that had about 99.5% unemployment.
It's not that they've got no work, there is no work. You know, it's not as if these people are, you know, sitting around and being lazy. There's nothing for them to do. There's literally no work. And so to actually offer hope, that's the most critically important thing that we can do. So we took in these soccer uniforms. Soccer is incredibly important to the people of Zambia in particular. And so by taking those soccer uniforms, it just brought great joy.
We visited Senadi on 2 occasions, and there were a group of young girls there. They would have been from about 8 to about 12, 13. And one of the little girls just said, "I work for 50 Ngwe." After we left, I spoke to Pastor Kamalili. I said, "Is that what I think it is?" And he said, "Yes." Prostitution amongst these children is very, very high because it's a source of income. 50 ngwe is 10 cents Australian.
Live Connection sees the next step as purchasing a site where we can develop a skills training centre with the best practices of foundations for farming. We want to develop a skills training centre which teaches the local people practical skills that they can start generating a small income. Now, the regional leaders have come back to us and said within this squatter camp, within this region, we can purchase 5 acres of land for $50,000 US. And we can create within this huge community of 6,000 people, we can create a place which is going to be that place of hope for this community.
I've travelled to Africa a few times with Live Connection now, and my problem is that I don't actually have the skills myself to bring hope to these people. But I've met the local leaders who do have the skills, that do have the vision, and I have great confidence that the money that I'm supporting Live Connection with is going to people who know how to meet those needs. And I feel very confident that that relationship that we have with those local leaders is making a difference.
We partner with regional leaders that will give their life to bring hope into the region in which they live and are called to. Right now, you've got the opportunity to join with us to partner with our regional leaders in these countries. Live Connection is open hands before God. We have this project in South Sudan where we know that there's more 15-year-old girls dying giving birth to children than going to school. And we know we want to get there, we want to build that school, and we need resources for that when the doors and the gates open up into that country. And then we've got this project in Zambia, which we want to put a lot of our attention and effort in while we're waiting for those doors to open.
So whatever you can do to help would just make such a difference to the lives of these people who, through no fault of their own, have been born in a squatter camp. It could have been us. There's a well-known Australian who said, we've won the lottery in life being born in Australia. And we have. And for those who have much, much is required. And it's our responsibility to do what we can. But you know, the love of Jesus compels us to do this.
Mama,